Okie hello everyone. What the fuck are those little boxes right there? What the fuck are those? Okay, I see what they are. Various PNGs, and I have no idea. What is that one right there? No. Yes, hello everyone. Sorry, my there it is. My computer is being dumb. Let's see, made it faster. Let's see, hello David, hello Gun, hello Rat, hello Valor, hello Badger, hello Alphelius, hello Brother Titans, and hello Jax, and also Jamie. How's everyone doing? And I'm not sure if Icbard's even gonna show up because I've been messaging him over Discord and I have not gotten a response yet. And I just realized I need to start back up Discord because it shut itself down when it was doing the update. And I also need to shill my own stream. Woohoo! Everyone at live stream. Getting ready to do some one hand custodians got gooder, world leaders got badder. Oh, I've got some choice opinions on this data slate. Hello Cam. Hello Slendy. Who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, I know. Who the fuck is this guy? I haven't streamed this long. Got that one. Then I need to copy this. There's that. And then ping everyone and they're gonna like it. Here to claim my free channel membership courtesy of David, who said he was going to give you one. Did Tao get any changes? I don't know. I'll look over that. Plus, let me do my pinging of Icbard again. Yeah. No, I got pinged. You bastard. Well, whatever. I guess we can start going over this without Icbard. Oh, so I have my chat in front of me, silly Billy. Yes, I know. So let's first watch and see what they said about this. Ah, that was fucking loud. Holy shit.
And welcome to MetaWatch, Games Workshop's regular catch-up on all things matched play. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at Warhammer 40,000.
Let's see this first. I'm early today. Yes, I am, Xander. And sup, Pyro.
Yeah, really good, thanks.
Hello, Gibgub. New points for Dark Angels must know if all the time I spent today painting Blonde Lights was wasted. We will get to that. I first want to see their rationale because I looked over the data slate. I want to see their rationale behind some of their possibly horrible design changes, and I should probably also...
Yeah, so we
shrink my model
want to,
too.
we use it as the top line. We look at the percentages of win rates for the armies, and our zone we like to see armies in are in that 55 to 45% win rate.
The dice told us to do it.
Actually, the meta's in a very good
place. And I'm really today because it's an emergency stream on the balance data site, and I have to readjust this now.
That probably need a little bit of help, and a few that are consistently just above that, which maybe need a little bit reining in. So Eldari, since the beginning of the edition, have been very popular. Their win rates at the start were 60+%, which is very high. They're now
it was still 60+% up until like a few months ago.
But that's still above that 55 zone we'd like them to be in. And their cousins.
Be Admech fan, cry. Be Nid fan, Screamer Killers down. List only went down, me happy.
And they're still sitting down there. So
are both chats allowed? I mean, so I think they changed it because so far I've had no issues. Plus, also this is like the YouTube chat too. I need to grab the Twitch chat and put it on here.
A number of tools we can use.
Let me actually do that so I don't get in trouble.
The first option is always points. We can adjust things if things are a little bit too efficient for their use. Can we make them a little bit more expensive so you get less in your army if you decide to take those very good units, or units that are maybe too expensive for the role they're performing on table? Can we
now have Twitch chat up there
in your army to have more tools to play?
Hello, David.
So that's sort of the first line. But then
I'm here after all. Oh shit, you're right.
Adjustments to rules. So do we adjust?
Have we looked at it? Yes, I have looked briefly over the data slate, and I'm gonna say
adjust.
Right now, it's kind of meh. This is kind of a meh data slate in some regards.
Or tone down an ability.
Well, basically, so for some of the armies I play.
A good example for that would be in this.
No, it's showing twice.
For
oh, it is. Oh shit.
A lot of people have been struggling with
that down,
this.
and there we go.
Phantasm as a stratagem has been too consistent. It's a guaranteed move after you've seen your opponent's move.
Hello, Alpharad. How are you?
A random move, so it's not.
Yeah, no, good streaming time. Okay, if I were to actually stream at this time with more people, this like would I normally get this amount of people? I'm just asking for a friend.
Really exciting for us is with Drakari.
Knights eating good right now.
To give them more options. We've done some.
No, they're not. Knights are not eating good right now.
Every
this will know. Okay.
In their index got one detachment.
I need to do another vote on YouTube and like the Discord server. 2 p.m. RAM. I work from home so I can watch anytime. They said emergency. Okay. They deserve less.
Bring out a full detachment for them to
no, not my knights.
Have to stop playing Real Space Raiders. That detachment still exists. We've not replaced it.
It's 8 p.m. for me, EU gang. Yeah.
Karen enjoying it, and we've given that some buffs too. But we've also now given them a brand new way to play that lets them express their army in a different way, and hopefully that'll give them some more options.
It's great that those Drakari players now got a little bit more.
Oh yeah, Drakari did get a new like
this is the first time
they got a new.
We've done that where we've brought a new detachment out early.
They got a new detachment early because the old attachment was absolute dog shit.
Players happy.
Do my own things. Have fun. Okay, later, Xander. Thanks for stopping by.
In future balance updates.
Shit about updating the balance and around 40k stuff. Station codex came out and I'm still on the index level.
This is another tool we have to
use the codex. So what are your thoughts on the new Dark Angels codex only bringing nerfs?
External sort of balance and stuff like that, but you've also been looking at internal.
It is not looking very good. That's all I gotta say.
55 to 45 win percentages.
Because the point changes that we saw in the early code in the codex are completely different from what we saw today.
Eldari, I play another
so it shows that they realized they fucked up royally. But for the Golden Banana Boys,
they play a variety of different
they tacked on devastating wounds for the for their army role. So now devastating wounds don't affect custodies. We get the 4-up feel. Well, it affects us, but we get the 4-up feel no pain.
We can see that Eldari is doing a little bit better than we'd like them to be doing.
Dropship is meta now. No, it's not. They already talked about Death Guard. We're still changed. They haven't talked about that yet. I will get to all those changes as soon as this video is over.
Space Marines, or you're playing Necrons, or whichever is your.
And we got 12 more minutes.
What we don't want to
their rule back. Yes, Custodians got their rule back. Thank fucking God.
You could say, well, that's just a tick. Great, done. Yeah, they're perfect.
With that attitude.
If every player feels that there's only one build they can run, okay, I must run this unit in multiple times, and I must run this to have any chance, and a number of my data sheets aren't giving me any options, that's not ideal either. We don't want players to feel that they have to play in a certain way. We want players to have choice and say, actually, I've got lots of options. Which way do I want to go? So what we're trying to do with this balance update is not only look at the external win rates and balance, but now can we start looking internally? And that's a longer process, but a good example.
Oh my God, this balanced data slate honestly didn't feel like they were looking too hard internally because Knights still got shafted. Dark Angels are still kind of shafted too. Custodies got a little bit better, but not really much.
A selection of Great Demons, Bloodthirsters, Keeper of Secrets.
I always wonder.
Some of the special characters, well, Kairos or others. So that's a fun list to use, but we're not. A lot of the demon players are not seeing much use of the lesser demons, Bloodletters, Plague Bearers, Horrors. So what we've tried to do here is we've given those units a points break to try and make it more appealing for players to go, actually, I can take a mix now. I don't have to just
shoulders, wrist, paint bottles.
Can I take
paint bottles? Yes, the paint bottles. Then you can pop out YouTube chat. Hello, third screen. Easy because the codex is so soon. I don't really care for the current update till orcs come out.
Kind of like hanging about on a shelf, or you can get it down.
Here's the bad part about that, Blanc. The points that we have right now are probably the points we're going to get for the codexes until the next balance day. So no points are only valid for less than a week. So the codex is out and they will have to update. Actually, no, Gib Gub. The thing they said was that the
that's not
early
something
release of the
we want
codex,
you to go,
it
"This is
isn't
great. I've
legal
enjoyed
tournament
playing around
wise
the way I
until the
play
full
it,
release of
and
the
still
official release of the
go to the
codex.
tournament
This
and
is just the
potentially
early
jump in,
release people to get to be able to
or
see
go
like
play
what's
in
on the
your
cut
local
year-end
club
call.
and feel like
Wait,
you
what?
are competitive with your peers in that
Oh.
you have a good chance of winning
Cool.
the game as much as
Hello.
That's great.
Bonjour.
Also, something else that you
Bonjour.
have kind of been looking at as well is
Hello,
commentary
ladies
as well.
and
So tell us
gentlemen.
a little bit about that.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
Icarus
so-
PNG? Hey, thank you, Dave, for the good membership.
The
What
balance
the fuck is your
update,
PNG?
MFM,
I
which
don't
is
know.
points, and
I just woke up.
the commentary we use. The
found it,
game
there it is.
has multiple interactions with multiple indexes, the rule book, and sometimes when you have so many different rules interactions, there can be areas.
Are you dying,
players
Ickbard?
can be
No, I
unsure of
literally
something
just
about
woke up.
a key rule. So
I
what
bet
we
you
try
weren't
to use
expecting the
commentary
data
for
slates this
is
morning like I wasn't.
If there's any particular issues within the rules that are confusing players, and maybe there's
I was
sometimes you
having
get two
a
counts,
whack
some
ass
players will
stream though.
say it's one way, others will say the other. What we're trying to use the commentary
interesting.
for is
It,
to help
it was
clarify
about
those
I was
specific
in the
points
Horus
so that
fucking heresy and I was
you can
organizing all this
so
shit with the
we
Emperor,
can
so I
try
guess that was a
have
sign.
new, commentary
That sounds
updates
like a either good or a
is,
really bad dream.
when you
No, it was a
discard
good one.
transport,
It was a good one.
when you
Ah, see.
deploy via deep strike or strategic reserve.
We will get to all that after we finish this
Do
video.
you count as making a normal move?
Oh boy, a video that I'm not listening to.
How that actually interacts with the game.
I'm gonna start
You
reading
can-
through the shit.
Yes, you count as
Yeah.
moving for the purposes of you haven't remained stationary. So
All
heavy
I'm gonna
weapons
say
will
is I'm
take
happy and not happy at the same time.
and you any other
Yeah, that sounds about
time
average
staying
for you.
stationary won't work.
Well,
But
no, a
just
lot of
clarify,
people are
you
actually
haven't
disappointed with
actually
this balanced data
moved.
slate.
Again,
I was
opposed
on the
abilities that
Warhammer
say,
competitive
when a unit moves, I can
Reddit
interact
earlier,
with it.
and a lot of people were like, wow, this
There was contention.
doesn't
they
really do
trigger rocks?
anything for a lot of the
How does it make
problems
a
we
normal
want
move? How
fixed.
does that work? We're trying to use the commentary to clear any ambiguity up.
Still in your dream
Players
shower.
can just enjoy the
Cool.
game.
And you guys have been super busy.
Was it always you?
also
Okay,
with
so
the,
this I
accessibility
actually got an
tools
email
as
about
well.
this a
That's
few
it.
days ago,
Yes, so
but
one of the things we tried to
YouTube,
do,
like
one
it
with
now, the live stream
the
chat,
commentary
it now
and the data slate
prioritizes
and
whoever
the
is in the
MFM
live stream
points
chat
updates.
right now, whoever
What we
gets the
want to
gift
do is make it
subs.
easier for players to see.
And I guess I
where
might
the
as well
weight
do
is.
this too
So
because I can.
in the previous
They
a lot
nerf
to do
world
this.
eaters.
for example,
What?
They
maybe
nerf world eaters.
change
They deserve a
points
nerf,
for
to
any
be honest,
unit.
Jamie.
They were just all marked in red.
Remember
So you
shit.
could see exactly what's changed,
Let's
but
see.
you didn't know.
Man,
if your units were
Overwatch
marked or
still
down, unless
can't be used on a
unless you
Titanic
reference back
motherfucker.
to
What the fuck?
Old points.
I can do this
So what we've
now.
done in the new
I don't
one
get
is
money for it though.
We've marked red for units that have gone up in points and used green for units that have gone down in points. So straight away, just looking at the points update, you can look at your faction and go, "Oh, I've
Unfortunate.
5 or 6 units have gone."
That's a
down
big
in
stream,
points.
guns.
I can have a look at those and see if they now fit in my army in a new way, and then the units that have had to have a points increase.
That's fair,
we
Jamie.
marked
That's
as
fair.
well. So that we feel will be make it easier for players to interact with straight away.
Oh,
other
my
thing we've done
word.
is with the balance.
That's not. I don't get any of the money from this,
There's a number
unfortunately.
of the entries
But
from
damn,
the
does
previous
it
dataset we've
foster
kept
community?
because we
Yup,
feel they work,
it
they're
does.
working well, and we want to keep them in the.
Because guess
the-
what? We're having a
they
community
also
day on Sunday for
last
list
bit,
building.
balance
Woohoo!
Dataslate, we made an
Yeah,
update to
we'll be
devastating
there.
drones and how they interact in the
Yeah.
game. That's been positively received, and we've kept that, so it still lives in the balanced data slate.
I think
So
I
what
had a
we've done
pleasant
for
sleep. My
any
shoulders
event
feel sore like
is
a
there's
motherfucker,
plus
so I don't know how I
on
slept
any new
wrong, but
entry
I
in the balance
slept
data slate.
like
So if you're in a
deeply.
if you're a new player to the game and you want to use the balance update,
Florida says
then
217.
it's all good to read and you can all see
Yo.
it. Whereas if you're an existing player and you've already
You don't
Yeah, so
like
they didn't
Grays in
they didn't
chat.
modify
you
any
just
of the
know-
core
you can
rules,
see straight
dude.
away where are the new entries that I need to be
I don't
familiar
really
with
mind if there's people with gray names in chat.
there's
Like
not
I've
plus
said
entry,
before many
then
times, I don't mind if
likely
people
they'll say,
don't get
"It hasn't
memberships.
changed in
Any
the last
support
month,"
is
so so you can
genuinely
continue to play
appreciated,
your
but not
game
everyone's
as you have
obligated to do it like in Valorx chat.
Yeah, we tried to make it easier. So
Yeah.
rather than what we didn't,
Because I find it's more fun when you have more people chatting instead of having fewer people chatting. Yeah, I know it's a joke.
Just to be,
I'm just saying my reasoning for like doing stuff.
we tried to make it very clear.
It may be a joke to
There's
you,
a clear icon to show you that, so you just.
but
got
it's
the
serious
section
to
that
us.
I need to.
Yeah, because
The Grays
honestly,
are an
chat,
equal
chat is more
heavy
fun
risk.
when you have more people talking. There's more viewer engagement. Like me and Ickbar get to answer more questions and that sort of thing. That decides what rule changes Dota does, how much money they can make selling models. Yeah, and I'll actually talk about that when we get to the Space Marines. Val's chat is sad. I
Alright.
understand, but still sad.
And Tizzy,
Okay.
we're fine with either funny or
Tizzy's
serious
Valor.
lists.
That's got to be something that you guys are really happy to see.
That's Valor?
So for Russ,
Yeah, Tizzy is Valor.
when you
Well,
you look
change
at,
your fucking
these big
name
events,
or some shit. I don't know.
what we
All the great
hope not to
names.
see is if the top
Pull
10,
out your
the top
scythe.
8
Yeah.
is dominated by 1 or 2 factions, that doesn't show
Yeah, but do
how healthy
TTS.
the meta is. Whereas if
Yeah, we're doing that on
like
Friday,
with
but I
MPO, mean,
don't
there's
think
9
we're gonna.
points,
It's
7
not gonna be
fights,
early,
that level, so
unfortunately.
I'm fairly sure it's the biggest 40k event currently.
Yeah.
Singles event.
Man, we got like
each year.
a lot of people watching. Holy shit!
And then
Oh,
there,
it's
as you
great
say,
just was
you look
Warlord
at
Titan.
that mix.
Yeah, we have a lot
and
of people in
it's a
chat
good
because the
mix of
balance data
different
slate.
armies. So that's what we want.
I
We
would
want
stream
players
it this
to be able
time
to
if I
go
had
to
this amount of
events
people regularly in chat. But here's the
and
problem:
feel that
I don't
they
know
don't
if that's
have
gonna
to
be a
pick
normal.
faction to have a
I
chance
tell you
to
what, we could test
we
it
want
out if you
players to
want.
be able to go
Yeah,
to
how
events
about this? I
and
test
see
it out.
there's a
All next week. I'll
Zaran
test it
player,
out.
there's a Votan
I'll
player,
start it this time next week
there's
normally, which I'll
Richmond
start
player,
at like
there's
1
Eldari,
p.m. I'll
there's
try
Necron,
to,
there's Tyranids.
because there might
So
be times
all
when
of
I'm
those
not able to
players,
stream at this time because I'm doing
900
things outside.
players, they made the top 8. They've
But we'll
all
see.
had the potential to go on and win
Yeah,
the event.
yeah, that might be
There are
interesting. How do
Yeah.
you
great
guys feel in
stars,
chat? How do you feel about streaming
there's
around
just a few
this
outliers
time?
It's the perfect time for EU bros.
working on, but overall,
Then I won't come
the
next week
game's
just to
in
troll you,
exceptional
bastard.
shape.
Yeah. And
How
speaking of
dare
winners
you.
as well, the event was won by Matt with his Necrons, who faced off against Folga, and he was using Eldar.
Don't
Gonna
have to
sacrifice
sacrifice it
sleep.
to handy. Yeah, I have another 10 minutes, then I need to bounce. Ah, okay.
Are, I guess, not new on the block, but they've just had their codex release,
Yeah.
so they've changed.
Let me see if you have the word. Yeah, I know, that's the other
index what
thing.
we had.
That's the
So it's
problem with
the-
time zones.
Indexes had 1 detachment.
Are we a
Yeah.
European-focused fan base here? What the fuck?
No, it's actually split between 50-50.
Okay.
I know, I'll just getting your copy. I'm probably going to be copying
We'll
it.
have to keep an eye
And
on
I'm probably gonna be
Necrons
getting it.
in that if over the next few months is their win percentage a little bit too high, we then may have to manage them in the next points update or the next balance data sheet. I haven't seen Monolith get much competitive play. Can you kill a Monolith or not?
Yeah.
That's my game plan. He had 1 and he's using the detachment, which we
Yeah, it's
designed
EU versus
to
NA.
perform very well with it. But that was a completely different Necron list. It was
okay,
a Canoptic Court list.
Okay, they're just getting into stuff we don't care about. Okay, let's go look at stuff now. I need to restart
Yeah,
music.
all the core rules are exactly the same now.
Let's go to the unit. This is. Fuck, that's the points. Okay, balanced data slate. Devastating wounds for custodies. Woohoo! Well, devastating wounds, they're pretty much the same, but let's go over core rules. Core rules are the same. CP cost, that's the same. The Overwatch. This is fucking
everything's the
stupid.
same.
They didn't change it for Titanic units. That was one of the things we asked for.
That
They
was on
said
our
fu-
bingo card.
Yeah, so that's been struck off. Insane bravery before you take a battle shock test. Must take a battle shock test. Unit automatically passes. That's I think the same. Oh wait, no, they changed it. You cannot
changed
use
it?
you cannot use it more than once per battle now.
No, that was part of the last data slate as well.
Okay, runes, invisibility. Towering models that were within this train feature can also see out of it normally. They didn't change that. Faction rules. Okay.
Okay, there is a distinction there to be made. Titanic now, the way this reads, Titanic just needs to be able to tow in 2 ruins to see out,
Yeah.
compared to vehicles that need to be wholly
Let's see
within
who's
to see
NA
out.
or EU. So, let's
We can
actually
make a poll.
see. Yeah. So let's do a poll.
And I'll have to vote in it because I'm officially a person watching.
Okay.
No, Blanc, we're making a poll for you to click on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are being profiled, Jamie. What are you gonna do? You're gonna fight us like a man?
Here we go. Let's see in chat who's from where. North
Are you
America,
from Na
Europe.
or I?
Yeah, not or EU. So we have 10 votes and it's 50-50 so far, so I was pretty much right. Although we
Okay,
have 22
so let's-
people in here. Okay, so now it's going to 11
Factions.
votes in. We'll just keep
Let's
that
let
poll.
that. How long?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
let's keep
roll.
the poll up. Alrighty, so
Okay,
Adept
so-
Sororitas. This is a big buff.
Yeah.
So when you have the Shrine to Saint Catherine, or the Relics of the Matriarchs, the Simulacrum with the Ebon
What's up,
Chalice.
Dragon King, how are you?
Woo! So they get to do 2 acts of faith instead of 1. So you get to do 2 of your miracle dice.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Adeptus Custodes now get have a fix
that's
for the
my bingo
devastating
thing.
wounds.
That was the fix.
Yep.
That was the thank God fix. Eldari, this is the big one to actually see if they actually if they made them weaker now. Sup, Nin? How are you?
Ninny. Wait, is the Unwavering Sentinels, was that the same as the last balanced data
That's
sleep?
fight first. That's the fight first one. It's still epic.
Got
deed.
it. So it keeps you from spamming it for free. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, they reduced the Eldari dice, it looks like. It's only 66 now instead of the 8, I believe.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like that might have been so far that. Let's get to everything else and then we'll see if it was a band-aid fix. That didn't really do shit.
And then we have the
Fate's
Fate's Messenger enhancement. Once per turn, just after making a hit roll, we can alternate between the different
bearer,
roll points.
okay.
I'll take this one.
Yeah.
So I'll read this one, you can read, we'll alternate. Wound roll for saving throw for the bearer. You can treat unmodified roll of a 6 instead. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's for the character in the unit. It's not just
it's the character,
for the
not
unit.
just the entire unit anymore.
Okay. Go ahead and read the Phantasm.
One Eldari infantry. Okay, that's a good one because I think that hits Wraithguard. Infantry
Yes.
can make a normal move up to D6. It cannot get burned. Okay, yeah. So that is targeting Wraithguard now.
There we go, that's good.
Yeah.
Eldrad, Ulthrin, Diviner of Futures ability. Change 2 at the start of the battle when making your first Strands of Fate roll. Roll an additional 3d6. That means it'll consist of 96. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's basically just confirming with the Strands of Fate army
Wraithguard or
roll.
infantry. Okay, never mind then.
Oh, I thought they were like walkers or
Yeah, I thought they
dreadnought
were too.
equivalent. But now they can't go into transports.
Yep. Well, that was already there from the start.
Okay. Alright, so
Night
you'll get the Night
Spinner.
Spinner.
In your shooting phase, after this model is shot, if one or more of these attacks made with this Doomweaver scored a hit against an enemy unit, that enemy unit is pinned until the end of your opponent's next turn. When a unit is pinned, subtract 2 inches from its move characteristics and 2 inches from advance and charge rolls made.
Okay, so they
They're
basically...
D6s instead of up to... Oh, okay. They're D6 instead of up to 7. Okay. It used to just be up to 7. Now it's D6.
Got it.
That's actually good.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, next one.
Alright, the Yinkarn, Inevitable Death ability. Change to once in each of your turns if this model is on the battlefield when another unit is destroyed. Just after removing the last model in that unit, you can remove this model from the battlefield and set it up again as close as possible to where the destroyed model was and not within engagement range of any models. So, you cannot do it on your opponent's turn.
Yeah. So that's
So you
good.
can't. Yeah, so they still can charge. That was one of the things that people were
I
talking
bought
about
more
was
vinyl discs. Very responsible with money. Hey, I mean, we're all responsible here with money. Okay. Next one. Wraithguard.
I've blocked part of the slate allegedly.
Wait, what? Eh.
Apparently, I'm
Oh,
blocking part of the slate.
Oh, yeah, he's blocking part of it, a little bit of it, not much of it. Where is he? Let me grab his avatar, wherever the fuck it is.
Put me down! Put me down!
There we go, right there. I moved him over a bit. North America's winning.
Damn
Let's
right.
see.
Stay
Yeah,
winning.
so it looks like North America kind of wins.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, just a wee
But-
bit.
But that means we can probably split up some variety streams. Some
Yeah,
EU,
I can
some,
do variety streams, so I can maybe alternate paint since I paint like 2 to 3 times a week. I can probably all do like at least one early in the morning if I wake up early enough, or if I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like say yesterday, if I was able to stream earlier, I would have, but I had a doctor's appointment. So,
Is Isenda the Anthrax the, like, Irish way of saying I cook the pizza?
yeah. Okay, so next one, Wraithguard, War Construct ability. Once per battle round, when an enemy unit targets this unit after that unit has finished making its attacks, this unit can shoot as if it were shooting phase. It must target only that enemy unit, so that can only... Okay, that's actually good. Only do so if that unit is an eligible target. Play War Thunder at this hour. I am not playing War Thunder. So this is actually a good thing because if I remember correctly, Wraithguard were just choosing whatever target they wanted to.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal. So we might actually see Eldari getting reined in this balanced data slate, which is good. So these changes for Eldari are looking like they got hit hard with the nerf hammer, which is what everyone wanted.
Well, they didn't get hit hard. They got fine-tuned. Hit hard means they're
Yeah.
gonna be like D tier.
Who said hello there? I need to swap to Twitch.
It's
hello,
Ravonius.
Ravenous. Yeah, how are
I
you?
always keep adding an I when I say his name. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I know
so-
Anthrax wasn't a big thing for the IRA, but it like you kind of said it in a funny Italian way.
Yeah. Yes, jellyfish. So we got that. So it looks, yeah, Eldari are more balanced now. Team Scope, what's up, team? How are you? As much change for Blood Angels, we are going to get to that. So Agents of the Imperium.
All right, the Exaction Squad. They have locked in the Exaction
thank you,
Vigilance.
Hydrate.
They are
Yeah.
now hard locked in on the 9.
Okay.
And you can
So-
read the war gear options.
Yeah, War Gear. Up to 2 Vigilance can have our buddy shotguns replaced with one of the following. Duplicates are not allowed. They didn't put that part.
Yeah, so basically it's
Yeah. My favorite shotgun boys.
basically they're hard fixing these special weapons to minimize like kill team-esque stuff happening.
Yeah.
All right, Imperial Guard. Voice of the command, Army Rule. I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm.
If your faction is Imperial Guard, officer models with this ability can issue orders. Okay. So that's probably just fixing a thing about who can give an order and who can't. Each officer's datasheet will specify how many orders they can issue and which units are eligible to receive those orders. Each time an officer issues an order, select one of the orders below, then select one eligible friendly unit within 6 inches of the officer to issue it. Officers can issue orders in your command phase and at the end of a phase which they disembark from a transport or were set up on the battlefield. Okay, we're so fucking back.
That
I
is
can
actually
deep
pretty
strike-
good.
I can deep strike my shit again. So you know,
Yeah.
with when we played my first game of Guard against you, where I had my
Yeah.
Bane Blade in the reserves.
Yeah.
Now I can like have an officer hang out with them, and I can have them give.
Okay,
I can
now
just
we're about to
have
get to
them
Blood
come down and
Angels.
give orders.
Yep. So now we're getting to Blood Angels. So this is I saw this and I thought, ooh, Blood Angels are gonna get pretty good now. So Blood Angels. Each time an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army is selected to fight, if that unit made a charge move until the end of the phase, add 2 strength and add 1 attack characteristics of the melee weapon equipped by models of that unit. That is actually really good.
Yeah,
That is
It's-
really good.
it's awesome.
Yeah, jump pack intercessors are back on the menu, boys.
Oh hell yeah!
What's up,
Especially with the
Boxy?
mortal wounds they'll do on top.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm thinking Blood Angels are they're gonna see a resurgence now in competitive play. Plus, also that's also gonna get into like what I said by when we get to the points. There's some stuff in there that goes in hand with the rules, and then also how GW does their marketing. So Chaos Demons.
Oh, I
This
just want
is-
to point out what Nini said. If I
Yeah.
buy a model of an IRL tank in 40k, can I just call it a Bane Blade? Depends on the size.
Yeah,
Depends
you have
on
to have the
size.
same size footprint. Blood Angel's
Yeah,
friend
they're
is
like a-
foaming at the mouth. Woo.
Oh,
Okay, so-
that's a good
Yeah,
sign for Blood
yeah.
Angels players.
Yeah, yeah, and howdy, Oxy. So,
Oxy,
this makes
buddy.
keywords in a row, not battle units. That keyword you include this way cannot be greater than the number of battle line units of that keyword you include in this way.
Okay, so basically
So-
they have put it. They are preventing people from doing the monster mash.
Okay, yeah,
So
So
if
back
I
to the
run,
will
let's
be
say I
really good.
run Nurglings, they're my battle line Nurgle keyword. I can now run. So basically, if you want to run, this is a big deal for people who like running. Crap! I just forgot the name
Demons.
of the demon dude.
Bellicor.
No, the big. Yeah, if people want to run Bellicor, they need to run one of each battle line unit.
Yeah,
So that's interesting.
yeah, that is interesting. Chaos
That's a little bit of a
Systems.
nerf, but
Mm-hmm.
it keeps them honest.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's just the transport thing. That was a clarification, I'm guessing.
Alrighty.
It's just the
Dark
same
Obscuration.
keyword.
Yep. Dark Obscuration stratagem. Change section to effect. Until the end of the phase, your unit has the stealth ability. In addition, if your unit is a Nurgle unit, until the end of the phase, it can only be selected as the target within a range of an attacking model within 18 inches. Okay. That's a big deal, because it used to be you had to be within a foot.
Okay, so Profane Zeal. One Heretic Astartes Chaos Undivided unit for your army has not been selected to shoot or fight this phase. Till the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack, you can reroll the... Ooh, that's pretty good.
Oh,
Reroll
holy
the
shit,
reroll.
yeah. There's a really good reason to take Chaos Undivided. There's like now 3, I believe.
Yup. Cursed
So,
Cultist.
now we go into... Oh, yeah,
That's just-
Cursed Cultist.
Mutant and Torment models have 1 OC.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And you can return 1 destroyed Torment up to 3 destroyed Mutant models.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. I like that.
Yeah, and it's only in your command phase, though.
Well, no, that's fine. I mean, I only
Yeah.
bring back Kriegers in my command
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah. So, Death
mean,
Guard.
I just want to pause on this ability and how strong it is, depending on
Okay.
its points cost. If it's 15 points or less, it's a really strong ability. So anyone who runs indirect fire, the first thing you're going to do is destroy action monkeys and objective holders that you can't get back over there. The fact that you can have an OC1 cultist blob and you keep bringing them back means it's not going to be efficient for anyone running artillery to take care of. Meaning you can have your Chaos Space Marines do more work.
Yep.
So that's a really big deal.
Okay, so enemies will have their characteristics. Okay, so this, I feel like the Death Guard one, the Spread the Sickness, is a clarification against units that said, like, in their rules that these characteristics cannot be modified, that sort of thing. Because this one just says I don't know.
Change the parentheses at the end of the current rule to so enemy units within contingent range of it will have their characteristics modified.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a clarification for those who have grim demeanor and
also Custodes stuff.
Yeah, the
It's basically
Custodes,
Trajan.
Dark Angels, and the Custodes, Dark Angels, and Squats, the Votan, all have an ability that directly talk about modifying the shit. And also Cadians have something about that. Cadian command squads.
Yeah.
So the fact that they consider it.
Okay, so in your shooting phase, like one model per army with the ability to target the grenade spams GOCP. Oh wow, grenade spam. Each model. Okay. Each model can only be selected for this ability once per battle. Okay, so you can't use the grenade spam every turn.
Yeah.
Poor demons,
That-
fast eyes now. Do you want to join in on this, Nefo? Because you can. For your thoughts on the data slate.
Yeah, demons, you can't
Because
just
I know
do all
you
the
love
cool
chaos
shit.
demons. Okay.
Handy,
so-
first game I was told to ignore my data slate by now that Custodes got buffed.
Hello.
Want to ask if I use it. So,
Poor demons.
poor demons. Jamie, I would say, hey, the new data slate is out. This is how everyone else is playing. These are quality of life fixes. I'd rather we do this.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't. Once a data slate comes out, you have to use what's in the data slate. You can't just say no, you can't use it. If it's
Actually,
a
no,
tournament,
you can, but you kind of need to
Dick.
talk it out
No.
way in advance. Like I would say, I would talk about it like anytime before the day before, like 2 days ahead of time,
yeah.
because that's kind of a big deal. A lot of people build their lists and their rules around these because these are fundamental rules changes.
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah, most
Deathwatch.
tournaments will have it laid out before you go what
Yeah.
you're gonna use.
Got until Sunday. Oh, then you're fine. Yeah, you just gotta tell them I want to use the data slate rules because I'm sure that person also wants to use the new data slate rules since there's point changes. So Deathwatch, it looks like all they did was they just added bolt weapons to a lot of the stratagems. Yeah, they did. Looks like Deathwatch is pretty much eating pretty good.
We should.
Unless it's an
we'll need to
Eldar
make
player.
sure to go through the rules commentary thing.
Yeah, we'll go through that. I'll pull that up after this. Power from Pain, Drukhari.
I have never
boy.
met a Deathwatch player. That has never been a thing for me.
I've met 2.
I've met
Yeah.
one.
Is
that Marky?
Never seen him.
Oh wait, no, I'm talking about in real life. Like IRL, I've met them and played against them. Like one, that's it.
Marky's my count.
Drukhari. Drukhari, the more interesting ones to talk here, and they're coming up.
Yeah, they also
Okay,
I don't have it
pull
pulled.
over your work.
Let me actually do that since we're about to talk about Drukhari. Also pull up their new army rule too.
Deathwatch got some. Deathwatch got a glow up for the for bolt weapon stratagems.
Yeah, I know, that's what I just said.
Sorry, I was dealing with things.
Yeah, hello, Cha. So yeah, so
We don't know.
So which one is this? The new army rule right here, Power from Pain, or is it detachment rule?
I believe it's the detachment rule has changed. Power from Pain is still kind of the same. I think there's like a
Okay.
few different things. I know they got new strats in their detachment and a new detachment rule, if I'm correct. Let's see here. Yes, there's that, and then I may be wrong. Hold on, my friend was telling me about it.
I mean, I have an easy way to check this. Let me go in the Discord real quick. Where is 40k resources? Xenos. That's Tyranids. I think it's the second one. Ah, here we go.
Okay.
Drukhari. Here's the old one.
New detachment rule. Okay, the new one is each time a Drukhari unit from your army disembarks from a transport until the end of the turn, that unit's range weapons have ignores cover ability, and the unit's abilities have lance, or melee weapons have lance.
Where is
the one.
the? Oh, here it is, right here. Sky Splinter Assault. Reign of Cruelty. So yeah, a bunch of also different stuff right here too.
Yeah, so this is really good because it's gonna help you punch up on those Marines, right? Because I know a lot of
Hello,
Drukhari weapons I
Manalus.
think are strength 4. So now you're gonna wound all Marines on 3 when you get out of your transports. And I mean, if you're Drukhari, you're running 1,000 transports anyway with all those
Yep.
dark lances. Yeah.
Yep. Just a handy SC.
You
Yes,
just
it
have,
is.
Yeah, here he was giving me a TLDR of it. So you have a succubus, I think. Wait. Let's see here.
Ugh.
He was telling me I actually get to play the game now.
Yeah, no. Well, when we get to Knights, I'll talk about that.
Oh, here it is. So you have an Archon with 10 Incubi and a Raider. Charge after disembarking. Incubi gets 30 attacks. Hitting on 3s, strength 4, but with +1 to wound. -3 AP, 2 damage each. You will die. That will literally kill all your Marines in one shot.
Yes.
Yeah, that might be getting reined in next data slate.
Yeah, and they also apparently got an enhancement, so you can put it on an Archon, and you cannot be overwatched, apparently.
135th
Interesting.
scale models are good for
So it
yeah,
gives
I
you
saw about
one-
the cannot be overwatched stuff.
Mm,
That might be getting reined in too.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's for one specific unit, then that means if that unit does that, you gotta hope that there's nothing that can shoot at it because there's still T3. Do they have a feel no pain?
I do not know. I don't know Drukhari, but I mean, the point is, it looks like they're trying to go back to 9th edition in this regard, like, trying to punch
Yeah.
up on things, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean,
and
all of
that's
9th
totally
edition was
fine.
trying to trade up. Well, yeah, but then you run into the problem of like, in 9th, where do you stop, right? Because if everything can punch up, then what's the point of having beefy units, right? That was the kind of the problem we ran into in 9th. And then as the guard, you really felt it, because if you fought sisters with your Lehman Russes, you were dead. It was over. like there was no point in playing anymore.
Yes, but if this is the exception to the rule, or it's more for the
Yes,
Eldar,
yes.
to the Dark Eldar, I think it's more fine. And more specifically, it seems like it's more tied to the character and than anything.
I am doing good. Yeah, I know you haven't been around some time. It's always appreciated when people show up. So yeah, they have a 1 CP strat now that gives their vehicles a 4-up invuln.
Yeah. It's really good.
Play Chaos
I
Knights.
have a plan to play Chaos Knights. I think your whole Medalist was nerfed into the ground because you can't bring demons anymore.
I don't
What's up,
know.
Manolis?
Yeah.
We're doing all right.
Let's go
I
back
woke up
to here
surprisingly fast. And that reminds me,
Power
Handy, I
Pain.
should just give you my phone number so you can call me if I'm not
now.
responding.
Okay. Bitch, respond.
Bitch,
Answer the
wake
damn
up!
phone.
We got lore, motherfucker!
Nerd.
Learn!
Okay.
Learn with me!
Okay, so this is for the Power from Pain army rule, which is the one no one's gonna use. Melee attack improve the AP by 1. No one's gonna no one's gonna use Power from Pain army rule because that was the one that was dog shit. They're just gonna be using the new vehicle.
No one cared.
No one cared.
Yeah, no one really
Then
cared.
Archon leader Incubi are now counted in that, which is what everyone was asking for. I know that.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
great. Alright.
Then Gene Stealer cults.
Change the first paragraph to, if your army faction is Genestealer cults, each time a unit with this ability is destroyed, roll 1d6, adding 1 to the result if it's a battle line unit, and adding 1 if it's the first or second battle round. On a 5+, add a new unit to your army identical to the second destroyed unit in Cult Ambush at its starting strength, and all of its wounds remaining. And you can place 1 Cult Ambush marker anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches horizontally away from all enemy units. If this is not possible, no marker is placed. Which means the unit's just dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jackals... Outland Jackal's Outrider Gang's ability. Change to, each time you use a Cult Ambush ability to set this unit back up on the battlefield, in addition to the normal rules, all of its models must be set up wholly within 9 inches of the battlefield edge.
Instead
And
of
at
them
least
setting
one of
up
its-
anywhere.
Got it.
Yeah. Grey Knights. Oh, they got some actual stat line changes.
Strategic Ploy Stratagem. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Because I think it used to be.
Oh
FD.
yes, Grey Knights.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Very
fast.
nice.
Nemesis
Holy shit.
Dread Knight and Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knight. Oh,
He's got a -2 too. He's unstoppable now. You'll never kill him.
Can I wake up Ick with a military trumpet? No, no. It'd be funny to do a video on it, but no, because Mrs. Ickbard and I share a bed,
the side
and that would
cannon
wake her
now
up.
ignores cover.
Oh shit, that's a big
With a
deal.
-2.
Yeah. It's -2 ignores cover.
Mhm.
Side
The
cannon
Great
makes you
Hammer.
scared.
Great Hammer is now weapon skill 3. I think it used to be weapon skill 4.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
Great
No,
sword.
no,
That was
the
just
great
great
sword hits on
sword down
twos.
hits
Oh,
on
weapon
twos.
skill 2,
Okay, so
wrist and pepperonis, whoever attacks.
oh fucking shit, this is scary. So
Yep.
what? The Nemesis
I mean-
weapons, those are on the paladins, right?
The baby carriers. That's where it's on.
Oh, the
this
baby
is-
carriers.
This is,
Nemesis.
this is for the baby
Yeah,
carriers.
it's still. I don't
Oh,
know.
so
I
they
still
fuck
feel
that.
arguably. I still feel arguably they're pretty trashed here. I mean, look at that strength 10 -2 d6. I mean, if you're putting
Yeah.
that great sword into the things that it should be going into, which is like a bigger monsters, it's still gonna
yeah.
suck. I mean, you might as well just still bring Terminators. Why would you even bother with this?
Fair.
I just realized too, isn't Lionel Johnson's sword strength 12? I don't get why the Nemesis greatsword wouldn't be
Yeah,
strength 12
yeah.
also.
Yeah, and yeah, so like whatever
Yeah.
you're trying to punch up to, like the only thing that's strength 10 is like little like my what are the demon princes are strength 10, but like Lehman Russes, Land Raiders, Greater
toughness
Demons
10.
are all either strength 11 or 12.
You mean toughness?
Or sorry, toughness. But
Yeah.
all my stuff is toughness 11 at least.
Yeah. That might be a change
Yeah.
they might do, because...
And yeah, Manolis, a lot has happened. And yeah, Handy's now a VTuber proper.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he hasn't been... That's been... Oh yeah, shit. That was like... That was in March. Holy shit. Haven't been here for a while.
Nice.
All right, buddy.
Okay, now
take
we
it
get
away
to
with
the
the
part
Imperial
where
Knights.
I hate this so much. I'm happy for the Lalo, the Tyrant, where we get to reroll a hit roll and a wound roll each time a model selected to shoot our fight. That is very nice. I am not happy about the Bondsman ability still remaining the same, and now I think they also changed it where only one armorer model is infected instead of the bubble around it, which is fucking stupid.
Until the start next command phase, the armature model you selected. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fucking stupid because like the whole point of Imperial Knights was like, okay, can we make it so because it's kind of stupid how the big knight, which is teaching the little knight that ability that it quote unquote knows how to use, can't use the ability itself, which is fucking stupid. It's like, oh, I know how to do this, but I don't know how to do it to myself. Go for it, little guy.
And now
then-
you have, and now your strats are.
Yeah, Thunderstomp is no longer just the normal one. It's now an Epic D stratagem. And now all the Trophy Claim, the Valiant Last Stand are all 2 CP, which is also fucking dumb. I'll get more into my thoughts on Knights also when we go over the points values. Because, oh man, do I have things to say about the points values and it tied
So what
into
I'm hearing,
the
Handy,
rules changes.
is if you're gonna play Knights right now, it's gonna be for like a fun narrative game.
Yes, I am not going to play them competitively.
Got
Run
it.
2
Okay.
Stratus Knights and 1 Big Knight Informers, so I'm gonna have fun. Yeah. Okay, Votan, this is you.
No
Ekbar.
changes.
No
This is
changes?
literally
Okay.
no changes.
Okay, Space Marines, that Desolations, no changes. Space Wolves, each player's turn. I don't know if that's different.
Each player's turn to select
I've
one of the
heard it.
sagas.
It's still not great. You still want to bring Gladius, but you know it's flavorful and fun, and it's a little better. So, but I
Yeah.
don't
So-
know anything past that.
Yeah.
So the difference would be your command phase to each player's turn.
yeah.
Hmm
Okay.
So in this case, yeah, it's all changed to basically this is 50% more efficient than the old one, because for your turn you go, I want this. For your opponent's turn, maybe I want Saga of the Bear so I can have feel no pains and shit like that.
Yeah.
But who cares about those nerds? World Eaters, though.
Yeah, you can cover
The
this
World
since I know nothing about
World
them.
Eaters. Poor
So apparently they got
it's-
nerfed, right?
Yeah, World Eaters got nerfed. Not into the ground, but it hurt. So Berserkers.
Considering how fast
um,
your everything moves with Lord Nikado Avocado, fuck them kids.
Well, that's the thing. Is actually like the meta list brought Lord Invocado, but unless you're bringing Exalted 8-bound, but that's the problem. Exalted 8-bound got nerfed, and then you know your demon, or well, not your demon prince, your Master of Executions, which was like the big MVP of the list because it was really dumb. That enhancement for
I felt it in person.
Oh yeah. So and he had an enhancement where he added D3 damage and attacks when you charged. But now it's just 1 attacks, 1 damage, which is not bad, but you're not gonna bring it really. And the master himself got nerfed up 20 points. The favor of Khorne is now once per battle when it used to be every like time you rolled the dice, which sucks. It's terrible.
It
And the
really
Demon
does
Prince
kill
just
your
makes no sense.
consistency.
Yeah, with bringing back Angron, but ignore all of that. No one cares. That's all nerd shit. Who cares about that? The Lord of Schools went down 30 points. Now that's all I care about. Because now
pushing a
it's
10
almost
F.
it's almost an auto include. Like, why wouldn't you bring a Lord of Skulls? Because it gives your army that lacks shooting really good shooting, and it's still just a beast to deal with. And it helps you now bring Angron back even faster. So it's just oh my god, I love this thing.
So you're telling me there's a Titanic unit that's reasonably priced and does gangster shit.
Yeah. So, what is it? It has a 2d6 skull hurler that gives you actually 3 damage on an army that lacks 3 damage, so you can murder Terminators. It's strength 10 -2 or -3, so you can't even armor of contempted, and every one you fail is going to be a dead Terminator.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go to Troll Trader right now. Troll Trader, Black Legion Market.
Yeah,
I'm actually
dude. Like,
curious.
it's gonna. Ooh.
Let's
What's up?
see. Let's see, Lord.
What's the demon
Oh,
prince
it's
ability
literally
right here? How
you
big
have
is
to buy it stout.
so this final
It's
so
kinda
this
stuff.
final thing here? The World Eater's Demon Prince Infernal Fortitude ability. I've only played against World
Okay.
Eaters once. How is this a good thing or a bad thing? What's here?
It's bad. So it was a 4+ invul, now it's a 5+. It was terrible to begin with, and now it's even worse. No one cares about it.
Got it. Okay.
Because the
Dog
meme,
water.
it was literally a meme build. Because what you would do is you would take that demon prince, give him like an enhancement where he takes half damage on everything. But now he won't die. You put him near jackals, which have a 5+ feel no pain. Now they have a 4+ invuln save with with one of your blessings can be a 4+ feel no pain. You're just never gonna die.
Got it.
hmm But it was a meme. It's terrible. No one actually played it, and no one competitively played that list.
Feels like a Nurgle build, to be honest.
yeah, actually, kind of. Well, but also I wanted to talk about guard.
Guard got
really? I feel like if Drukari can get a new detachment, why can't we? That detachment is awful. It's terrible.
The detachment is awful. I agree with you 100%. The glow up is I can have Leon put 3 Lords of War and 3 officers into strategic reserves, have them all come down turn
We'll get
2,
to that,
and give
David.
them orders with the officers.
See, that's the funny thing is that this is the great thing about guard is that we can have 2 completely different opinions because I hate
There's
infantry.
so much new
I'd
rules
bring
commentary. Oh shit.
I bring like pure Lehman Russes. I can hate the infantry of guard.
Oh, dude, I'm limiting myself on how much infantry I bring right now. I take 2 20-man blobs of Kriegers and 1 10-man, and that's usually all I need.
I bring 4 Lehman Russes, a Rogel Dorn, and then 2 Hellhounds, and then I think like Lord Solar with maybe 20 Kriegsmen. That is the list that I bring. Maybe with 3. Oh, and 3 Sentinels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Armored or scout?
Armored. Scouts are for
Fair enough.
nerds.
Hey, that's for me then, because I like giving my I own a lot of artillery pieces.
I don't know. And oh man, sororitas, sisters.
So
God, they just hate
a
us.
Castellan, a Porphyrian, and a Mysterious, and exactly 2k points. Yeah, I know.
So we're going over the. Are we going over
to,
points or the rules commentary first?
Let's do rules commentary. There's a lot of it, so let's just try and speed through it. So abilities with the
Okay.
same name, they can affect a unit multiple times as long as the condition is the same. So you can't suppress a unit twice. Is essentially what
Yeah.
it is. So that's interesting. Models to a unit adding, they have to be in coherency. We already kind of knew that. That should have been something that everyone understands. G reserves in the first battle rounds. Abilities that allow units to be set up in their reinforcement step in your first, second, or third movement phase using strategic reserves rules. Treat the current battle round number as being 1 higher than it actually is in the first battle round. Okay, so that's kind of stopping first round arriving from strategic reserves. It doesn't.
Wait, no.
What?
Where are you reading this one?
Arriving first round.
It says it has to count as 1 higher than it actually is.
No,
in the first battle round
I'm
number.
trying to find where you are reading.
I'm on
What
page
part?
2.
Oh, okay.
Arriving from strategic reserves. So this is just stopping first turn like strategic reserve stuff.
I
think is what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, it's abilities that allow units to be set up.
Abilities that allow you.
So they treat the current battle round as being 1 higher. So if it's round 1, we're treating it as round 2.
Yes, so no, you're
Okay.
wrong, Handy. It's
Okay.
more you can do that. So like demons, like for example, I believe this is targeted something at like their CP strats. They have a CP strat to pull 2 units up, put them in deep strike, and if you go second, you do it at the end of your opponent's turn, so you can turn 1 deep strike your opponent. This is to clarify, yes, you can do that.
Okay, so this just means I can then probably be able to rapid ingress the Venatari turn 1 then?
If you can pull them into deep strike turn 1,
They go
I don't
into
know.
deep-
You mean
they-
custodies, right?
It has to be a specific ability that says you can come in
On the next turn, like it
Okay,
says,
so
like
yeah,
like
this is-
demons,
this-
for example.
Yeah, this is also clarifying the Terminators from Golden Light, which they
Yeah,
clarified.
'cause they can do
this
that.
This was actually clarified at LVO too.
Yes.
By the
Yes.
judges. So okay.
Okay.
Battle shock test. So he's destroyed. Whether or not the target. Also, no, this is even. This is true. Even if units subsequently destroyed, determine whether or not you can target that unit with a stratagem. Okay.
Yeah, so like if I had those, like if I had 20 blob of Kriegsmen, if they're battle shocked, I can't spend the 2 CP to put them in reserves.
Okay. So command phase low starting strength. Oh, stay the unit does not have to take a battle shock test or being below half strength. Okay.
Okay, let's go to the charging. They've affected charging.
No.
Bestowed onto a unit that makes a charge bonus bestowed on a unit that makes a charge move. So that unit until the end of the turn has the fight's first ability. Note that other rules and other abilities that trigger when a unit makes a charge move or in the charge turn that unit has charged, not part of the charge bonus.
Yeah,
cool.
this was to.
So I don't
this. Go ahead.
That simplifies things.
Mm-hmm. It was to clarify for units like Brutalis, because when you did a heroic intervention, you didn't know if you got your Brutalis charge or not.
Yeah, because you're making a charge, it's just out of sequence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. So you just don't get fights first. That's all it is.
Okay. I'm just gonna assume that then that doesn't affect my Custodians then either, because it's just a CP stratagem for me.
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. Control of objective marker. So now it's done at the end of the turn, determines who controls it.
That was end of the phase for. Is this regarding the sticky objectives?
An objective marker is contested at the end of the phase or turn if both players. It's the same.
So this is for. Yeah.
Okay.
A player controls an objective marker.
Yeah, I'm talking about control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Player controls an objective marker at the end of any phase or turn in which their level of control over it is greater than their opponent's. At the end of the turn, control of an objective marker is determined before victory points are scored. Okay. So basically, they're saying, if it's at the end of a turn, where shit shifts, you check then.
Yeah. Okay.
You set it up for later.
Okay, yeah, Skeleton. It's an early stream because we're going over the balance data slate. They did a surprise release today. Counts as having made a normal move. Units always count. Okay, reserves always count as you having made a normal move in the turn they are set up on the battlefield. Cannot move further in this phase, but have not remained stationary. Okay, such units have not made a normal move, however, they're more reliable. Cannot trigger stratagems or abilities that are used after a unit makes a normal move. Okay. That unit disembarks from transfer to made a normal move. Counts as having made a normal move. Okay, so that just means you can't pull shenanigans if you disembark from a transport.
Yep.
CP gained at the start of a turn. CP gained at the start of the turn command phase as a result of an ability. Swarm or attack and ability counts towards the 1 CP gain per battle round limit. Ooh.
Yeah. So that's like when I play with
CP.
Leon.
Yeah.
When I play with Leon.
No more CP farming.
No CP farming. You can only at max you can get 2 a battle round.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't get 3.
Okay. Damage characteristic includes an operator, as in D6+1. Value after the operator is part of that damage characteristic, so it is not a modifier. Okay.
That's good notes, because if people are ignoring modifiers, that could be anyone who does plain math can say that is obviously a modifier.
I'll leave you to it. Okay, later, Skeleton. Thanks for stopping by.
See you, Skelly.
Oh, this is so long. Such a long data slate. Keep going.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, do not make advanced roll abilities. Abilities that instruct players not to make an advance roll. We're looking at you, Grey Knights, but instead to increase the move characteristic, and also anyone who has turbocharge. By a specified amount, cannot be used with other abilities or rules that also instruct players not to make an advance roll for the unit. In such instances, the controlling player must choose which abilities to use. So you can't double down. You can't literally Mario Kart double dash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's more for Drukari, if I'm correct, because they had stuff that would give them like an auto advance.
Yeah,
6.
so that's kind of understandable with how much power they just gave them. Embark
units and reserves. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and read that in full.
Yeah. Units embarked within a reserves model can disembark in the turn the model is set up. When they do, they cannot be set up within 9 inches horizontally of one or more enemy units. They count as having made a normal move, and they cannot declare a charge this turn. So that also hits Drukari too.
That also hits drop pod shenanigans. I can't
Yep.
have assault intercessors charge out of a drop pod.
They can otherwise act normally in the remainder of the turn. Okay. Enhancements. Multiple model character units. When you give an enhancement to a character unit from your army, if that character unit contains more than one model, you must specify what character model in that unit is the bearer. So what would this do? Think.
Wait, what are we doing?
Oh, it's
Sorry.
just saying, okay, this character in the unit has this. So like, probably if you want to get rid of that character with like precision, is what I'm thinking of.
You give an enhancement to a character from your unit. If that character contains more than one model, you must specify which character model. Okay.
Yeah. Hello,
That makes
Gopher,
sense.
How are you? And I forgot to say hello to Hurricane.
Hurricane and
the 10th
Gopher.
edition being easy to play so new people can get in easier. All this stuff just seems to make the game more complicated. These are just rules clarifications they're making. This is what this is.
Yeah, this is legitimately. These aren't new rules. This is our intent. We didn't word it well enough.
Yeah.
So for us,
This is
it's now understanding what they're trying to do.
Fight on
with the game.
death.
'Cause Turbo nerds keep trying to break it.
Yeah.
Goddamn turbo nerds!
Mhm.
Love me some Billy and Mandy.
So fight on death is that essentially it's saying you can't. Everything has to fight at the same time. So like, say if stuff died, what I'm getting from it is that, say it's not your turn to fight yet, but you got stuff that died. You can't do the, okay, they killed my stuff, I fight with these ones that died, and then I fight with my stuff when it goes in sequence. So it's you
Yeah.
just have to fight in you have to fight in sequence now?
Yeah, so like I don't think sisters have fight on death, but if you were doing sisters, you couldn't benefit from your detachment rule from going under starting strength / half strength when it happened.
Yeah, so it's
You
just
had to
all
do
that
it
stuff.
all at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. How often
Can we
do
talk
you
about how
use this time of
below?
day?
We're thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about changing it to doing at least like maybe one or two this time per week, since I stream 4 times a week. So probably what I'll do is I'll have two. I've got to think of how to set this up.
We're working it out. We're working
Yeah,
out, but the
we're
goal
working
is
it
we
out.
want to make sure that people who can only be in during the earlier times around this time can get some love, and those who can only be on during the later times can get some love too.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so
Is the
next thing-
piranha that little tiny like baby thing? I love it so much. It's the little one, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. I don't even care if it's good. Every time I see it on the table, I'm fucking dying. It's so funny. You have
That's
all
like
these
how it
giant
is
battle
for
suits.
the-
And then you
Dude,
have this
you're-
weird like hovercraft lowrider thing.
That's
Dude,
how it is
you're
for the
actually
Krieg
Limp
dog for me.
Bizkit.
Ikra,
You're
why-
Limp Biscuit when you run the piranha.
why have you not run-
Rolling.
Ikra, why have you
God.
not run the Krieg dog?
The Krieg dog? There's a Krieg dog?
Yes,
There's a
the
Krieg
little-
dog?
the tiny explosive tank.
Oh, the little like
the Cyclops,
little,
the Cyclops
yeah.
demolition
Cyclops.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
I
a
have yet. Well, it's surprisingly good for action monkeying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
I know
have-
that
I've-
we're gonna change the zeros. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
I have a
imagine-
friend.
Oh. Dang it, there's 3 of us. Ikbard, you go first.
A friend of mine runs the competitive YouTube channel Northern Knights Gaming's. He made a competitive guard list that just spams Cyclops demolition vehicles, runs them around the field, does actions, and then blows up if they get hindered. And it's surprisingly fucking mean. And in fact, the guy who was running the Lord of War, like the Shadow Sword or Storm Sword, whatever, at LVO was doing the Cyclops demolition vehicle strat, if memory serves right.
Okay,
I was
Mark,
really surprised they didn't. Go ahead. Your turn.
I was about to say I would laugh if they gave it the deep strike ability.
That would be pretty funny. I was to say, I'm really surprised they didn't change Zero OC. I'm assuming it's Zero OC, but Zero OC overall to make it so that you can't do actions with Zero OC.
I think
But
they did change
yeah.
that actually. Yeah,
no,
I don't think
they
it in
did.
the core rules.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
No, it's not in the core rules of the data set
why,
thing that we were going over. It was the exact same.
Okay.
That's why your little baby nurglings can still do your actions for you. Little action
Or
monkeys.
your crazy wolf guys.
They're
little-
not wolf guys. I mean, aren't they just wolves at that point?
I mean, there's no wolf girls on Fenris.
We're gonna put the Cyclops into a Chimera once. I don't know.
I have no clue. I know you
don't
could.
know.
I knew you could put. There was a weird thing with Space Marines where I could put dreadnoughts that weren't supposed to go into a mastodon into a mastodon, and I did it every game.
Okay, so hazardous. Have to take it with the. You have to roll for each weapon.
Yep.
Even if the target wasn't destroyed.
Yep.
One or more characters equipped with hazardous weapons fails one or more hazardous tests. You can allocate the. Let's see. Failed test. The character is the only model that attacked with the hazardous weapon, so you can allocate the model to. And you can allocate the wounds to not the character.
Okay, so
that
you can
part.
you can literally backblast yourself.
Yeah. If there's an excess mortal wounds after that character is destroyed, allocate these mortal wounds to the unit as normal. Okay, so there's that. When a vehicle fails a hazard test, allocate the results the failed test to the same model equipped with one or more hazard weapons until that model is destroyed. When destroyed, you must allocate any excess mortal wounds to. Okay, so this is kind of like the crisis suits if they have when they take hazard tests, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay, where's the next one?
Okay. Wait, I will have to get going soon, but
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this. Did you see the admech changes?
What changes?
There are no changes. It's still garbage. Oh my god.
no.
What happened?
Hey, the Explorer mana pool's fucking groovy
Because
though.
the user streams at 3 a.m. for me, and damn it, it's gotten into college and studying in the morning. I have classes at 9. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing because the thing was like I was also going out and doing a lot of stuff because I moved in like at the end of June. So like I was doing a bunch of stuff, and also like the past 2 weeks I wish I could have streamed earlier, but like because I was waking up early, but they were working on my bathroom, like remodeling it, but all the noise I wouldn't have been able to stream. Because like I was waking up at like what I think like 8 o'clock, 7:30 the past 2 weeks, but I couldn't stream because of it. All the noise. It was distracting and all that stuff, and you'd be able to hear it through my microphone. Yeah, thank you for helping with like some of the rules commentary and stuff, Nepo. Really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
buddy, it's always great to see you.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Well, we're
God
having
bless.
a list review, a list building stream, not stream day on Sunday. If you want to stop by for that too, to get everyone's
Ooh.
opinions.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll do
Yeah.
world eaters. Bye bye.
Community day. Bye. Okay, so objective secured. Vivek's abilities allow you to retain control in objective marker. You have new models within range of it. Sticky objectives. How the rules are worded. Control objective marker is determined at the end of each phase and turn. So while you retain control in an objective marker, if marker affected by this ability, even if you have no models within range of it, at the end of the phase or turn, your opponent gains control of the objective marker if the level of control is over. Oh, that's interesting.
So what's happening with this one?
So now you can, even if you step on the objective, you have to have a greater level of control than me.
Oh my god.
That's what
So
it
I
seems
need
like
to
it is.
mark it. I need to write down this was OC blank when I left.
Yeah.
One-shot weapons cannot be used with the firing deck ability. Makes sense.
Yeah. Here's the next one. Let's see. Redeploy. If all models and one of you have the immature ability, the unit player can set up a unit using the ability. Redeploy. Okay, so this is just, you can just read it, just the clarification.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
No
what
weird
else.
insight to that.
Splitting units.
Okay, as we're rushing.
All
For
linear units. The same models can only be subdivided in this way once. Okay, so you can only divide once. You can't do it multiple times.
Yeah, we ain't some multi karyotic cell.
This I think is targeting Deathwing because we were actually able to do that with our Terminators
Weird.
back in 9th edition, where you can split a unit of 10 each into a unit of 5. That's what I did. Like it said, you could, because at the beginning of 9th, I believe, is you can split this unit of 10. You have to declare that you're splitting this unit at the start of the game, and you can deploy them however you want.
Yeah.
Vehicles with bases. Measure from the base to hull, whichever is closest, with the following exceptions. A unit can embark within a friendly transport with a base that unit ends a normal within 3 inches horizontally, so you just have to end within the base instead of the hull for that. transport base, set it up so that wholly within 3. Okay, so this is just you have to be within either the base or the profile of the vehicle for embarking and disembarking. Okay. Let's see what's next.
An important thing is keep mentioning
oh,
wholly within.
Ignoring modifiers. An ability allows you to ignore modifiers to units, model characters, unless you specifically say otherwise. Allows you to ignore modifiers with following characteristics: move, toughness, save, wounds, loss. This is just Trajan stuff, clarification and stuff.
And also for all the stratagem stuff.
Yeah.
That does
when
this.
An ability allows you to ignore modifiers, units, model, ignore models, roll.
Come on, read it out loud proper. Don't just mutter through it.
When an ability allows you to ignore modifiers to unit or models, rolls, or tests, unless specifically stated otherwise, this allows you to ignore modifiers to all rolls and tests for those and their attacks. So, example, advanced roll, hit roll. So this is also more on Trajan ability for clarification. When a rule states you can ignore any or all modifiers to a stated characteristic or roll, you can choose to ignore all of them. Okay. So this is just clarifying the whole Trajan rule and other rules that were similar.
Yes.
4 rules errata.
Oh boy. Command point reroll.
Yeah. Any phase makes an advanced roll, charge roll, desperate escape test, hazard test, army hit roll, wound roll, damage roll, or saving throw for a model unit, or a roll to determine the number of attacks made with a weapon that you target that unit from your army. Okay. Then rapid ingress. Please don't fuck me over. Your unit can arrive on the battlefield as if it were your first set of your movement phase, and if every model in that unit has the deep strike ability, you can set that unit up as described in the deep strike ability. Okay.
That's really good.
So what does that do now? Clarify it for me.
So rapid ingress, it was implied that it was your reserves, because reserves and deep strikes are different.
Okay, yeah.
So now you can rapid ingress but like actual deep strike shenanigans, which
so makes if I wanted to, I can do that for Terminators then.
Yeah. So here, the intent was always like this, because like your Terminators with that free rapid ingress for the teleport homer for Space Marines, in theory you would only be able to put that around a table edge for free.
Yeah.
But now we know what it really meant.
Yeah, okay. So there we go. That's the core rules are all. Let's get on to the fun part, the points.
All right. So Sisters of Battle.
God damn it. I like how they color coded this a bit better now. Now there's actually 2 colors instead of it all being red.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah. Was payday. I'm debating on whether or not I want to hit the local LGS or Warhammer store to see if there's anything I want. Not sure what I would get other than a Land Raider. If we're not going to get anything other than a Land, I say go, but since that fact,
a Land Raider and paints never hurt.
Also keep in mind, you should also probably call them first if you just want a Land Raider.
Yeah,
that's always what I do. Call ahead to see if they have a Land Raider. If not, then oh well. Okay, so point changes.
So Arcoflagellants, they've gone up in points. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar.
Dominion Squad, I'm glad they went down in points, because I think they still have theirs. I think Dominion still have the same ability of they can give essentially scouting. They scout
Jax
with a bunch of flamers.
I'm pretty sure the Land Raider box now is just all of them in one box, and you just have to choose.
Yeah. The magic of your Land Raider is what weapons do you put into the sponsons.
Yeah. And you can magnetize them if you want. Exorcist went up in points. Oof.
Yeah, Exorcist. I mean, it became an indirect fire cannon again, so it makes sense that it would. Morgan Ball went up. And that makes sense, because her ability is strong. She gives full rerolls to hit and wounds for the crisis suit she joins.
So does Trajan ignore the Redemptor's -1 damage? It's only... That only apply... Does it? I thought the Trajan's thing only applied to his unit, like... Only to him.
They ignore all modifiers.
Ah, so okay. Wait, no, but that's the Redemptor's -1 damage.
Yeah.
So I think he doesn't ignore that.
So actually I think he does.
Okay.
Because there's a Grey Knight ability that ignores modifiers, because you're modifying the damage.
Yeah.
So yes, he does bypass the Redemptor that way.
Okay. Paragon Warsuits, those went down. I remember those were kind of expensive.
Yeah,
And people were
so the
complaining about
Paragon
it.
Warsuits got cheaper, but Morgan Vols and auto include with them, so that's why she went up. So it's a balance.
Yeah. Okay, Repentia
So if you run
Squad
more
went
than one
down.
unit of Paragon, you know, you can feel good. Zephyrim are the super flamey sisters that come in. Those are perfect for rapid ingressing and then,
Yeah.
overwatching with, because
Yeah,
they have
they're-
their own overwatch ability to do it immediately.
Okay, what's the sisters? Now it's my turn with the Custodies. Oh boy, I'm kind of happy, but it didn't really affect me at all. All these points. You want to know what these points changes did to the list I'm going to be running from now on?
What?
Oh boy, I can now run a 10 woman unit of sisters now. That's it, instead of a 4 woman. That's all
How
I
are
did
British
because
How are British Praetors now that their points are down, and how much
they're,
of a
they're
points-
still not worth taking, unfortunately.
Got
Because
it.
the problem isn't the points of the Veritas Praetors, it's the rules themselves that's the problem. Because all they are is just you're literally just a custodian guard. You're just 3 custodian guards with a 10-inch move. That's it. Your toughness isn't different, your wounds aren't different, it's all the same. And also, yeah, that you can't use any of the stratagems too. That's why they're bad too.
Yeah.
3 of them are still more expensive than 3 Venetati. Yes.
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo.
Okay,
But yeah,
Mechanicus.
but I'm still
untouched.
going over Custodies. I'm still going over that, man. Yeah,
You
'cause,
just
like,
said I'm only going to add 10 sisters, and that's it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying for the list. But like, other than that, point changes are really nice because Terminators went down a bit. Terminators went down
I'm
by
sad
like
that
20
I'm
points.
sad that Forge World is unchanged.
Yeah, Forge was unchanged. I honestly thought that the Calidus would go up to like by like 10 or 20 points, and like the Dreadnoughts would go down, but they didn't.
Yeah, they want you to have some reliable anti-tank, and oh boy, reliable is certainly a word for it.
Well, no, that David, you want to know what my list was? It was I can actually pull my list up real quick. So my list for Custodies that I'm going to be running from now on is a Blade Champion with Ceaseless Hunter, Trajan Valoris, 4-man squad of Custodian Guard, a 3-man squad of Alaris Custodians, a 3-man squad of Aquilin Custodians, 2 Calidus Grav Tanks, 1 Achilles Dreadnought, 1 4-man squad of Wardens with a Vexilla, 1 squad of Venetati Custodians, Gabagoo, and then a 10-woman squad of Witch Seekers.
I like how eventually the brain rot is going to get so bad, we're just going to say they're Gabagoo Custodians.
Oh wait, no, I can't do a 10-woman squad, never mind.
Jamie, pull that up.
Oof, because the 5 points is making a difference. Whoops.
Got it.
But I'll probably swap them out for a 10-woman squad of like not Vigilators, the other one. Oh wait, no, I have 110 points. Is there anything I can add? Dang it, Valerian is 5 points too much. Fuck. Damn it, but I can add I think a 10-woman squad of prosecutors maybe. I'll just swap to that probably. Yeah, 10-woman squad of prosecutors. That's what's getting swapped to.
Yeah, David, I'm sad that there's no points changes on the Forge World end. I think they might be fine-tuning that still.
They are fine. I think they're probably gonna see how it ends up after this data slate. Well, no, okay. Yeah, Quillen's staying the same without having any changes to their like data sheet, like getting maybe 1 extra toughness or 1 extra wound, since they are on a 50mm base is kind of 3 5-stacks of Wardens with 2 Blade Champions and Trajan. Yeah. So my list is slightly different, not so much. Next, we'll go on to Mechanicus. No changes.
No changes for several of the factions coming up now.
And no changes for Mechanicus, Titanicus, Eldari. Night Spinner went up and the Wraith Guard went up. That is pretty obvious with how stupid they were, which is good, even though stuff got nerfed now. Then Agents of the Imperium is no change. For some reason, the Manticore got hit. That's what everyone was wondering why.
Manticore is a strength 10, AP 3, damage 3, 4-shot profile that does 2d6 rockets. It's amazing.
Yeah, but everyone's wondering why it was got hit because no one used it in any of the lists that were played for guard. And even put about Legends models, no, sadly not.
It's because the model needed points increase.
Gladius Star Mix. My state, my state, the Custodies are ran with like list being 68% Alaris and Conqueror attorneys here, much to my sadness of the spamming. Yeah. Now it's about to get worse.
Okay,
Yeah.
Black Templars.
Let me go to that. The Black Templars. And welcome, Shield Captain.
I'm glad that Eldar got their Wraith Knights nerfed.
Yeah.
So Grimaldus went up in points, the Crusader Squad went up in points, and Helbrecht went up in points. That makes sense because this is the unkillable bomb of units,
Yeah.
basically.
It was.
So, you know, they earned it.
Yep. Much deserved. Blood Angels.
Blood Angels dodged. Chaos
Yeah.
Demons nerfs across the
Well,
board.
no, here's the thing. For the Space Marines, we also have to remember the Space Marine, the base Space Marine points, so I can actually kind of explain the Blood Angels thing later. Because I was actually looking at that. So Chaos Demons, they got a lot of point drops. Which is good for people that want to play it, but as Nefo said, they kind of got shafted in the rules department.
Yeah, they're not as easy to bring in. However, it looks like a lot of the non-battle line guys got way cheaper as a part of it.
Yeah, they did. They did.
And I can tell you, if you bring Demonettes will fuck up your day. So they're not really attacks; they're a bonus.
Yeah.
So Slanesh Demons, I think, are still solid. Nurglings and so Nurgle Demons, I think, are still solid.
Yeah.
I don't see it down. I see, yeah, it's a restrictor, it's a balancer, but I don't think it's an entire shafting.
Yeah.
Where to go find the
this
points
one.
information?
Warhammer
here,
community.
let me post.
Hello, Crafter. Hello, how are you? Welcome. What
Alrighty.
army do you play and/or paint? Since you're a new viewer here.
Here you go, Jax. Here's the link.
So I always like to ask that. Yes, is all it is a valid answer.
Indeed.
So I'm gonna skip Chaos Knights until we get to Imperial Knights because they're kind of rolled into one.
Fair enough. Nurglings got a nerf, and the Blue Scribes got a nerf, so that's fine. Alright,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead. Chaos Space
Chaos
Marines. Accursed Cultists cost more now.
A lot of
Chaos
stuff costs
Lord.
more.
Yeah. Chosen costs more. The Dark Commune cost more. But still, look how cheap a Dark Commune
I
is.
play Guard, specifically Krieg, and I'm currently painting a custom Space Marine chapter for Tabletop Sim. Nice.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
Ickbard is
buddy!
the
We're eating
Guard
good today
player.
with the rules, ain't we?
Yeah, Ickbard's the Guard player, the Guard man.
Yeah,
I
if you
am-
can't tell.
I
If
am
you
the
couldn't tell by
Custodes
my
Knights and-
PNG.
Yeah, I am the Custodes, Dork Angels, and Imperial Knights player.
Syndicates.
Based Krieger, I see. I would have
Alright, so
actually
the
played
cast-
Krieg if most of their range wasn't Forge World. Guard shall hold the line.
Well, most of
yes.
the range got legends, so.
Yeah, I know. It's...
Okay, so let's go over Chosen, got a fair nerf in my opinion. Chaos Lord did some shenanigans. Accursed Cultist did punch above their weight a bit too much
Yeah.
for the shenanigans you can do.
Warp Talons and Obliterators nerfed, rightfully deserved.
Obliterators, I love my Obliterators, but they deserved it.
Yeah.
Forge Fiend was an all-star. It really did overperform.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And
it's really
then-
just, it's a nerf, but it's bringing things into line.
And then that Lord of Skulls point decrease. Ooh, let's go.
In that Lord of Scores. And yeah, we will hold the line. We'll hold the line, Crafter.
wait. I have Zinch, the stratagem got looks like a huge points increase.
Or the enhancement. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
enhancement.
I need to ask Nesna about that. He's more the Chaos Space Marine player in our group. Dark Angels, holy shit.
Okay,
Holy
so
shit. Dark
command
Angels stay
squads-
winning.
Well, no. Command squads are temporary because they're not in the codex. So they're just temporary for now, which everyone's like, oh my god, command squads are back, woohoo. And then people reminded them, yeah, but they're not in the codex, so kind of fucked. You can only use them until the codex comes out, which isn't until the spring. Because I'm going to clarify it again, like I said earlier. The Dark Angels codex that we're getting this Saturday isn't legal. It isn't legal until the official release. This is just like we're doing the early release so everyone can see the rules and the box and the new models, try and squeeze as much money out of the players as possible, that sort of thing. But the Deathwing Terminator squad, they did go down in points, which is nice. The Deathwing Knights are still kind of fucked, which sucks. So because this is also a point of contention because GW hasn't specified whether the points that we're seeing here are changes from the points that we're seeing in the Dark Angels Codex. They haven't clarified that, which kind of also pisses a lot of people off. Lionel Johnson, it's awesome that he went down in points, but they took away a lot of his power, so now he's actually worse
power
than
scaled
Dylan.
appropriately. Took a lot of his power. Yes, I can wound him appropriately now, Handy. Yes.
Thank you, Crafter, for the follow. Oh wait, I have that running twice. Oops. I'll fix that later.
Because it's running twice because he's a guardsman. It's nothing wrong is happening.
Yeah. Ravenwing Black Knights points decreases. I am happy about that because I like Ravenwing Black Knights. I actually need to get one more squad. I think the command squad's still there. I'm just sad they didn't get new models. Dark Shroud went down, which is good. Landspeeder Vengeance went. Wait, isn't the Landspeeder? I thought that got legends.
Yes.
Then why the hell is it here?
Because
because like I said,
same reason as the
same reason the command squad. Use it while you can. Woohoo!
Alrighty.
Next one.
Let's go over Death Guard then. Death Guard, Death Shroud Terminators. Oh hell yeah. Fettered Bloat Drone. Oh hell yeah. Lord of Virulence. I'm pretty sure that's a good thing that's happening for them.
If it's going down, is also a good thing too, because I think he was like 100 points or something.
Yeah, and he really just babysits Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
Plague Marines going up. I don't know how I feel about that. Mainly, I think you're paying for the sins of the free war gear.
I think you are paying for the sins. It might also be because to be more in line with like normal Marines, because a battle line Marine is like an intercessor is 90 points, and once you go up, it's around 180 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, you probably are doing it for the weapons.
Plague Burst Crawler, that is an appropriate nerf.
Yeah, that is because people will take 3, right?
It's not that people take too many, it's that it works so well compared to its points. It's a okay, so you have a D6 plus 3 infantry obliterator, that's artillery, and it forces battle shocks.
Yeah, much deserved then. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great model. Deathwatch,
no changes.
cricket noises.
Drukhari, a bunch of changes. Very
Except
obvious
the Void
why.
Raven Bomber. Fuck you, Void Raven Bomber.
Yeah,
all my
fuck you in
homies,
particular.
all my homies at GW hate the Void Raven Bomber.
Yeah. So yeah, Drukhari, their points changes were kind of expected because again, Drukhari.
Oh, holy shit!
Bottom of the what?
Dude, Ricky just tweeted, dice checks being closed.
Kind of saw it coming, honestly.
Yeah.
Is that an announcement in the dice check server? Because I'm still in it.
No, it was a tweet from Brookie.
Ah, they're probably going to announce it like soon then. I mean, I kind of saw it coming because no one really was like... They weren't really doing any streams or content, so it's kind of understandable. Yeah.
What is Dice Check? Dice Check is how Handy and I actually became friends.
Yeah, it is how me and and also Doom too, and like a lot of the people you see in the Friendos like role on the Discord. That's like
80% of Friendos was from our community we built.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a Warhammer streaming thing. Basically, the goal of Dice Check was we want to live stream and record battle reports.
Yeah, think of
with
Play
the
on
photography.
Tabletop.
They wanted to be as good as Play on Tabletop or as Tabletop Titans because no one else was doing the good camera work like they were at that time.
Yeah.
And that was their entire gimmick.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went over Drukhari, yeah?
Yeah, we went over that. It got all that traction, and like a lot of people knew about it because like Magikarp used Fly and Bricky. That's why.
Yeah, Matt Castro, he kind of burned some bridges with some folks and kind of burned out on Warhammer.
Yeah.
That's good, Jamie. I'm glad they said yay to the Dataslate changes.
Yeah.
They don't really have a choice if they want to play a normal game of Warhammer, but I know your options are limited, so I'm glad that they're playing ball.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so they burned. So yeah, Matt Castro burned a couple of bridges and kind of burned out on Warhammer. He dived in too hard, too deep, too fast. And then Bricky kind of took it up on himself with Demeki, and Demeki is Demeki. He's not a nice person to outsiders, so to speak. But I'm sad that it failed for Bricky, because he's a decent guy stuck in the middle of it all.
Yeah, he was trying his darnest to revive it. It's because like he had to take over paying for this space they were renting is the issue too.
Oh
and
wow!
Like, also upkeep of all the equipment, like everything was transferred over to Bricky.
Yeah, and those were expensive cameras.
Those were expensive cameras. The studio was expensive to rent. The office space.
I went into their office. I got to play a game of Warhammer there with Magic Card Abuse Fly, and he was talking about if like they had cables everywhere in the management, so we're not used to it. Me and a friend are there. And he goes, yeah, if that camera fell, I wouldn't care. Now, if that camera right next to it fell, you would owe me money. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but Gene Stealer cults. Let's get back on topic. Gene Stealer cults, no real changes, honestly. Just one change. Pure strain went down.
Yep, and that's good because
Grey Knights, Brotherhood Librarian went up in points.
And that's probably fair. He has
because his episode was awesome. I mean, you never know. Plus, also, here's the funny thing too. Bricky is starting to get into his VTuber arc, and like a lot of like VTubers from VShojo are starting to get into Warhammer. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised in the far future if you start to maybe see some more tabletop sim games of him teaching VTubers how to play, and then it evolves into them coming IRL and playing, but having like their faces covered, that sort of thing. Why no Telemon changes? Because GW hates Custodes, Forge World units.
I think they're still figuring out what to do with Forge World units.
Yeah, they are, because
it's all being consolidated.
Yeah, because they have to figure out how they want to do it for the Codex. Because again, half of our units are locked behind Forge World. Okay, so Imperial Knights. So yeah, now I can talk about Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights. So I am very happy with the points drops are awesome. But again, it is along the lines of GW's, oh, maybe if we do a points drop, it'll fix things, when the real problem is the core rules, which is what royally fucked them over. Because my opinion was, if they rolled back the changes they made from the last balanced data slate, but kept the point changes that they did from the last data slate, Knights would have been perfectly fine. But because they didn't do that, and all they decided was, instead of fixing the core issues, which is basically the core rules of the Knights and how they operate, and instead let's just drop the points and that'll probably be the boo-boo fix, is not the real fix. Because the whole issue with Knights that we're having is we can't Overwatch Titanic units, our CP stratagems are ridiculously 2 CP for most of them, our bondsman abilities don't work on the big Knights, which really hurts us. And then, like I said, certain other stuff with Knights just royally fucks us over. Just like all of how killy a lot of the common units that people take can royally fuck over Knights, which was the huge issue. I mean, I'm happy that a Knight Asterius and the Porphyrian went down, and also the Valiant and the Castellan, because now I can actually use them. Well, I can use the Asterius in a for fun list, but I can't use it in a, oh, I'm gonna go play this at a store list, because it used to be 865, but they dropped it down 100 points, which is nice, but it still doesn't mean I'm gonna run it in a competitive list. Chaos Knights get any changes? Yes, they did. They got point drops across the board, like Imperial Knights did. All of their stuff went down.
No, they got like 2 points increases.
No, they got 1 points increase.
Okay.
The Brigand, which is, I don't know which one that is.
That's a War Dog.
Yeah, I know it's a War Dog, but I think that's the equivalent to a Moirax. Pretty much. Like, a better Moirax is what it is. So yeah, that's that's pretty much my thoughts on Imperial Knights. I'll play them in TTS on Friday, but it still doesn't fix the core issues of like, okay, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna get charged. My big flamer knight's gonna get charged, but I can't Overwatch, which sucks because that was the whole point of the Valiant was Overwatch. What?
Let's indulge in some Rule Zero. Do we just want to handshake and say when we play against each other, we allow Titanic units to Overwatch?
Sure, I am fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm perfectly fine with that because that is a dumb. I would have been fine if GW allowed us to Overwatch if it was for 2 CP. It's kind of like how they had a lot of the stratagems in the 9th edition codex for knights, where certain stratagems for armorers cost 1 CP, and then other stratagems for the larger knights cost 2 CP. I would have been perfectly fine with them doing that.
Okay.
That would have been perfectly fine. But they didn't do that, so that's kind of just shooting knights in the foot even more. Okay, but that's my thoughts on Imperial Knights. Leagues of Votann, this is your area.
Yes, it is. Brokir Thunderkin got a light nerf. As far as I'm aware, let me pull up their points equivalent real quick.
I am still very sad of how short their units list is.
Yeah, we are engaging in World Eaters territory, but they still get to steal from the CSM Codex.
I think you're probably gonna get a big box though for the new Codex, is what I think.
God, I hope so. Okay, so to pull up the points.
Yes, Blood Angels have strength 10 hammers. We'll get to that more with the Space Marines when we get to that.
So 10 points per 3 models increase. That's not bad for the Brokir Thunderkin. Einhir Hearthguard, they got a 10 points increase as well per 5. And the Sagittar went up 15 points. So it's minor. We're already a Horde army. Any points increases I actually welcome because I don't own enough Votann anymore. I used to own enough Votann to be a 2,000 point game with some wiggle room. But then it became a 1,500 point army list. So now I can actually play my army that I want to play because I
What did you sell?
can't afford to get more. I didn't sell.
Oh.
I'm telling you, the points changes were so rapid that they made it so a 2,000 point army list at the beginning of 10th edition became a 1,500 point army list.
Okay. Okay. It's more accurate since these Votann are so short. Necrons, no changes.
That's fair, Hades. It's gray, just like their army.
Yeah, no.
Orcs.
Battle wagon changes. Battle wagon went down. Snaz wagon went down. Hunter rig went down.
I just want to point out, Boomdock Snazwagon is my favorite unit into Orcs because of the way it just reads.
Yeah.
The Hunter rig and the Kill rig. Killicans are cheaper now, that's good.
Yeah. Boosta Blasta. Scrap Jet's also cheaper, although I doubt anyone's gonna take it because it's a flyer.
No, that's not that. The Megatrap. So the reason why it's called the Megatrack Scrap Jet.
Oh wait, yeah, I know.
This.
I know that's what I'm thinking of. I was thinking of the Burna Bomber. Yeah, the Scrap Jet's the one where it's like they put like the dragster and it has the tracks on it, right? And it has like a jet engine on the back of it.
Yeah, the lore is for every Scrap Jet out there, it used to be some type of Burna Bomber.
Okay. So Morkanaut went down.
Yeah, that's a decent price, I think.
Yeah, that is
300 points for a Titanic unit. I'll buy that for $1.
Yep.
Squig buggies with their launchers, 100 points. I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
The Dragsta, 75 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making Speedwall viable, I think.
You want to? I think I know why they're making Speedwall viable.
Because their codex is coming out?
No, that and also shit. What's the name of that game? Remember Speed Freaks?
Oh God, yes.
I am predicting it because we have heard nothing from Speed Freaks since like last year. What they're probably gonna do is they're gonna release Speed Freaks at the same time they drop the Orc Codex. That's what I think's gonna happen. Because for how decent the game was for the state that it was in from being an alpha, it was actually pretty far along for what it was. So I am predicting they're going to release it probably around the time of the Codex, because that is actually a very good time to release it.
Right.
Okay, next one. Space Marines. I can talk about this one where
I got a package that just delivered at my door, so you have fun with this.
Okay.
Heavy Intercessor Squad is based, by the way.
Yeah, so Intercessor Squad, all the battle line stuff going down for reasons is because the Blood Angels. Although jump packs aren't battle line if I remember correctly. Where are they on here? Should be for J. Where are they? What are they called?
Jump pack intercessors, and they are not battle line.
They are not on here.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
there we go. Assault intercessors with jump packs. There they are.
Okay.
But yeah, so a lot of the reasoning behind why stuff is going down that's good for Blood Angels, which is the Assault Intercessor Squad going down is for Blood Angels. And just like intercessors, like battle line stuff in general being cheaper, because nobody takes battle line when you play Space Marines.
Hey.
Specs already dropped a 50-minute video. That man is a machine. Why didn't you expect it? Aggressors going up was kind of...
Yeah, they are a bread and butter unit.
Yeah, that's understandable. Devastator Squad for Centurions, that was kind of out of left field for me, although it's kind of understandable because there was
tournament lists.
Yeah, it was a couple tournament lists that were just like, okay, let's bring as many Centurions as possible. So that's
It
kind of
hurts, but I'll take it
understandable.
as a badge of pride that my
Yeah.
fucking refrigerator Marines got nerfed.
Yeah. Heavy Intercessors going down, I am happy about that because when I played Green Wing, I took Heavy Intercessors, which helped out a lot. Inceptor Squad, that one really hurts. Inceptor's going up and really hurts.
It does hurt me.
3 models for 130 points, that hurts a lot. Infernus going down, though, that doesn't hurt that much because they're now 80 points for 5. Instead, I think it was like, was it 95 for 5? I don't remember. I love running. You love, oh, dude, fellow Centurion Enjoyer. Based.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I own 6 Devastator Centurions and 3 Assault Centurions.
They didn't drop the points for Jump Assault Intercessors.
Nope.
They might next. I think they might next Dataslate because sup beast. They're probably gonna do that next Dataslate because you realize you remember, everyone remembers how for the Christmas box it was literally just Jump Pack Intercessors the box because not a lot of people bought Jump Pack Intercessors when they first came out. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if for the next balanced Dataslate we see a points decrease for Jump Pack Intercessors by like 5 points probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Because 170 points for 10 models. Necrons didn't get touched. Let's go. Yeah, I know they didn't. They didn't get touched for now. Next data set, they probably will. Outrider Squad. I am happy that they got dropped because that works for when I want to run a bunch of Outriders with my Raven Wing stuff. Which is pretty good. Okay, so there's
Redemptive
that.
Dreadnought got nerfed, which is fair.
Yeah. Which is... It's fair, but it still pisses me off regardless because all they did was they made it the same point value as the Telemon, and the Telemon is still fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's a really unfair comparison.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the repulsors are at the price they are.
Yeah, they're about the same, which is interesting.
Reboot Gilman dropped in price, which is good. Scouts
Yeah.
increased, which makes sense. Stern Guard veterans,
They
10
went
point
down.
debuff, 10 point buff. That's not enough in my opinion.
Yeah, because they're just worse Blade Guard. Wait, no, Stern. I'm thinking of Inner Circle Companions. You need to run 3 Telemons. Why would I want Inner Circle Companions when I can just
Why
run
is he
Blade
so
Guard?
based?
Why would I want to run Inner Circle Companions when I can just run Blade Guard and they're so much better? Which is funny. And kind of sad because I want the Inner Circle Companions, but because I would rather run Blade Guard, I don't. Yeah, so you're paying for the drip. That's it. Okay, Space Wolves. No changes. Tau Empire. I know nothing about Tau, but the battle suits going up is understandable. DW is actually mentally retarded. Yes. Because like I said at the beginning of the stream, a lot of this balanced data slate has disappointed a lot of the community. Well, it made everyone happy that they nerfed, they reined in Eldar and buffed Drukari, although I think by the next balanced data slate, we'll see if they buffed Drukari a bit too much. Who cares about guns? Charge them with melee. Yeah, so battlesuits going up is honestly understandable because they also then decrease the points value of their commanders in battlesuits. Because battlesuits are always an auto include of doing a 6-man blob. Riptide going down. People are saying, I've seen people say that maybe Triptide is back because of that.
I can see that.
And then Vespids going down. I have no idea what the hell Vespids do.
They're flying annoyances.
Okay, so even more flying annoyances. Cool. Yeah, that's it for Tau. They didn't really get changed aside from the battle suits, which is kind of understandable. Thousand Suns, no change. Tyranids, bunch of changes and about equal point decreases and points increases. Death Leapers, that was kind of, that one is justified because I know a lot of people were just running a shitload of Death Leapers.
Death Leapers, yeah, they're kind of crazy.
Yeah, so that's justified, and then also too because the new combat patrol that was leaked, where it's oops, all Death Leapers.
I mean, combat patrol is its own fixed thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that's like a new combat patrol that they would release. It's
Got
a box with oops, all Death Leapers. Because they want to support the combat patrol game, so they got to release new combat patrols. Gargoyles went up. Those are the flying ones, right?
Yeah, they're the flying hordes, and they kind of do work. They do the job.
Yeah, so points increase, understandable. Gene Stealers going down. That's good because I know not a lot of people do Gene Stealers. Lictors.
Wait, Lictors, I think, is what I was thinking of.
Okay.
That are the problem. Lictors are a problem.
Yeah, Neurolictor, that went up because Lictors are a problem. But they didn't nerf the Lictors then.
Why the fuck did they not nerf the Lictor? Lictor, I barely know her.
Pyrovore is going up. That's understandable because those were kind of nutty too. Norn Assimilator and Emissary going down. That's kind of justified because they were expensive for their point cost. They were what? I think what was the Norn Assimilator? I think it was 350, and the Norn Emissary was like 325.
I have no clue.
I remember they were ridiculously expensive, and a lot of people didn't like that. Toxicrane and Trigon, those went down. Tyrannifex, the Tyrannifex is back. Distraction Tyrannifex.
Hell yeah.
And soon he's gonna run around with the Distraction Carnifexes. Okay, that's
World Eaters.
Tyranids.
Yeah, that's
World
Tyranids.
Eaters.
There's nothing. Yeah,
Eight-bound
World Eaters
getting a
got
nerf.
nerfed.
Eight-bound nerf was kind of
They needed it.
warranted. They needed it. Karn ran around with the 8-bound, right?
Karn ran around with the normal Marines, I believe.
Okay.
The 8-bound doesn't join people.
Corn Load of Skulls going down. That's good. Forge Fiend. Wasn't that one of the problem units? Or is the Forge Fiend the giant flying pterodactyl?
Forge Fiend is the shooty demon engine.
Okay, yeah. I thought that one was
So
kind
for
of a
World
problem.
Eaters, it got buffed for here, but it got nerfed in CSM.
Eight-bound
Maybe
could
they're
be
trying
led
to
by the
push people
Juggernaut.
to take the shooting because it doesn't get any benefits from their. I think I know why. You can have abilities affect the Forge Fiends, and it's just good general shooting for CSM. For here, they don't get any chance for any buffs from the World Eaters attachment, as far as I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
8-bound can be led by the Juggernaut. Never mind then.
Yep. Okay, who's led? Then why didn't they nerf the Juggernaut Lord too?
Probably because he's not the problem. It's the 8-bound.
Oh yeah, you're right.
8-bound
Favorite
are
of Corn went
fucking
down.
nuts.
Yeah, Favorite of Corn went down for the enhancement. But yeah, that's everything on the balance data slate. Overall,
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So, what are your guys' thoughts now that
Yeah,
we've
what's
gone it all
everyone's
through
thoughts?
together?
Yeah. What's everyone's overall opinions? You already kind of know mine and Ickbard's opinions about. Well, you know mine. I already said it's kind of meh. I'm glad they reined in some factions, but other things they didn't listen to, which is the core issues. Which is funny because in the video they said, yeah, we wanted to fix some of the core issues, and they didn't.
Yeah,
The only core issues they fixed was just Eldar. That's it.
yeah, and that's
And
not
also
even, and that's a
Drukhari.
core issue, not by rules, but by proclivity.
Yeah. Fire and grab tank got untouched. Like I said, they're waiting for the codex is when they're gonna probably touch the Forge World units. Is what I think. And maybe, I know it's probably not gonna happen. It would be amazing if pretty much all the Forge World range went to plastic. I don't play 10, so I can't say I agree, but I'm glad they reined in some problematic factions, but I wish they fixed core issues.
Yeah,
Crisis suits. Rat crisis suits was kind of needed the nerf. They needed the nerf because that's what all the Talos were doing, which is they were spamming crisis suits. And
Yeah.
Midnight spam is kind of back. It's kind of back, but like I said, it doesn't fix the
it
core
doesn't have
issues.
the, it doesn't have teeth behind it.
Yeah, because you can't overwatch. All the CP stratagems are expensive. Bondsman abilities, which was the whole point of taking big knights, isn't there. So they kind of just fucked it up. They like I said, the night point changes are just their idea of a boo-boo fix that doesn't really help anything at all. I mean, yeah, we get to run one extra big knight or a couple extra armigers, but it doesn't help with the core issues at hand. That's what I've been hearing. You know. But yeah, anyone else's thoughts on it? Our knights were, I kind of feel like we're still forced to armiger swarm is the problem.
I agree with you.
We're still forced to do it because yes, we can bring one extra big knight, but why would I want to do that when I have less units now in a game that's solely focused on scoring points for objectives and secondaries? So why would I want that big extra knight that can't really do much? And then also, like I said, for the whole bondsman ability, it used to be that it would affect all armigers within its bubble. Now it only affects one, which is dumb. Bring back 4-up aura for Demon Prince. Isn't that already there? I thought I saw that.
The 4+ aura. It's not an aura. It's just like the unkillable demon build specifically for him.
Yeah, isn't it this right here? A friendly world. Oh, this is World Eaters. I'm thinking of World Eaters Demon Prince. 4-up and won't save within 6 inches. Yeah. But I mean, nothing really changed with my Custodies list. It was changed to a 5-up. Well, no, it says for the World Eaters, if they don't have an invuln, they get a 5-up. If they do, it goes to a 4-up invuln save. Oh, it's changed to a 5-up. Okay. Okay, and then also, let me go over this too, which is kind of a reasoning for why a lot of the core issues I feel like weren't changed, which is GW's quote unquote their stupid data that they get for win rates, which I think I think they're only pulling their win rates from major tournaments is what I think they're doing. They're not pulling it from like all the the RTTs and like the smaller tournaments, because if you'll notice, Drukhari somehow has a 45% win rate when the Meta Monday thing had them at like sub 40 along with Imperial Knights and Custodies. Because it's kind of weird to me how magically the armies that were doing the worst, that we've known have been doing the worst tournament wise, like large tournament and small tournament, magically all have a 45% win rate, which is just within their like, oh, this is our Goldilocks zone of how we want stuff to perform. I don't get how Chaos Titans ain't on that list. But But yeah, a lot of this stuff is kind of. This is why I don't like looking at GW's Meta Watch. I'd rather look at the Meta Monday that I usually look at for all that stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Meta Monday, here it is.
I don't know. There's been a lot of good points changes. I'm uncertain about I think I know what's happening.
So here we go. Here's all the win rates and stuff. This is all from major tourneys and stuff. So let me see if it's appearing on screen correctly. So yeah, okay, it is. We have the win rates. So Sisters of Battle, 63%. Oh wow. That's actually interesting. 59 games played, 63% win rate. Gene Stealer Cult, Space Wolves, Eldari, Chaos Space Marines. Let's just go all the way to the
Gene Stealer
bottom.
Cult is a niche faction.
Yeah, so any also on here, any niche faction too that you see, which 9 players kind of that kind of skews it a bit. So let me not use the 129 one. Let's use 122. That might be a bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a bit better.
I think what they did in lieu of changing a bunch of big faction rules, I think they were letting the core rule like director's talk, if you will, commentary edition. I think they're trying to use that to lay up the big core changes.
Yeah. So here's what's more in line with what the actual win rates of armies are that needed help. Custodes, 44%. Astra Militarum, 44%. Grey Knights, 43%. Drukhari, 43%. Imperial Knights, 38%. Mechanicus, 33%. Which is why you can see a lot of the people who play these factions are kind of pissed at the Dataslate changes. Because this right here is how it actually is in most tournaments and stuff. This isn't how it is. It is not like this. This is just GW cherry picking. I think this is GW cherry picking from tournaments that they're sponsoring.
Could be
what I think it is.
Could be.
Because if they weren't cherry picking with these would be the actual win rates on that list. Because like I said, it's really weird how you have all the worst performing factions that we know are performing really horribly, all magically at 45%. When the past meta watch, I think we had Drukhari down at 38% and Imperial Knights down at also at 48%. Then Custodes were at 42% in that. So yeah, honestly, if you guys want to see better idea of what the meta actually is, let me post this in both chats. I look at this to see because this one usually has a good breakdown of how stuff is performing. Just use that link and check it. This is the one I use. They done rigged the win. They did, like I said, they were just cherry picking probably. They were just purely cherry picking all the stuff from the tournaments they sponsor. So FL Frontline Gaming tournaments, major tournaments like LVO, which I'm honestly thinking they put LVO into here too. Are Titans
I can imagine that. That's why Necrons have such a high win percentage there.
Yep. That probably is why, because I think there are a lot of... Let me actually look at the Meta Monday thing, the most recent one, because I think that has LVO in there. Let's see. No. January, Winchester. Trying to find LVO. Is this one LVO? Yeah, this is LVO. Okay. LVO. Let's see. LVO, Necrons, Eldari, Tyranids, Eldari, Votann, Guard, Black Templars, Chaos Space Marines, Necrons, Eldari, Votann, Chaos Space Marines, Sisters, Grey Knights, Blood Angels. Okay, then let's go back to here. Eldari, yes. Necrons, yes. Votann, yes. Not enough chaos space screens. Yeah, they were kind of cherry picking because then the Tyranids player, the Tyranid player that's in here, and maybe other tournaments like just like large tournaments in general, they were cherry picking stuff, not from like all stuff like this one. This one takes from like all like row RTTs and stuff that go on. Events 2000. So yeah, he's basically covering GTs or bigger events of 2,000 points game with a minimum of 5 rounds and 20 players. So this isn't all of them. This is like the big ones right here. Because we can see all this data right here. So they are pulling, he is pulling from a bunch of tournaments. So yeah. Yeah, I don't, GW is not really lending themselves, doing themselves any favors with how they did this balanced data slate. Besides with the Eldar, that's it. That's all they pretty much did. But I think we can probably wrap it up here now. It's been 2 hours. Dickbart, you there? Hello?
Yeah, no, I was just agreeing with pretty much everything you were talking about, so I had nothing to input.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say we need more Imperial Guard players or we need less bad Imperial Guard players, but we gotta pump those numbers up, babies.
I think what the thing is, like, for tournament scene, it's just like Imperial Guards aren't, like, they aren't very competitive, so to say. Like, they aren't doing too hot rules-wise because everything just straight up wipes them off the board too easily. Is what I think it is.
Yeah.
And like a lot of their units like aren't viable to take either. Just purely because rules, because Imperial Guard are running off of the quote on what no, you're just running off of indexes, not the recent codex. New bad Imperial Guard player coming up.
Damn it, David. We'll turn you into a good one, don't worry.
I'll become a good Imperial Guard player too, just only tanks. But yeah, I just want to say thank you everyone so much for hanging out. It was a good turnout for this. I am hoping we get I'll probably try and stream at this time a bit more. Probably next week I'll probably try and split it between the two if I can. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. So tonight I'm gonna be opening some cases in Counter-Strike and maybe playing a couple games, and I'm gonna probably turn that into yes, there's gonna be a stream tonight for Counter-Strike 2. But yeah, tonight's gonna be Counter-Strike 2, then tomorrow is going to be more painting. No stream on Thursday actually now, because this was I was fully expecting the balanced data slate to come out on Thursday, but it came out today, so I just moved Thursday's stream to today. And then Friday is going to be more painting, and then Sunday is going to be the community list building day where we're all going to give input on our lists. So there's been a second Counter-Strike. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will hopefully see some of you tonight. But goodbye.